Hello, I am Matt Selhorst with HDR. In late 2024, HDR undertook a feasibility study to develop alternatives for improving traffic conditions at the intersection of US 52 and 12th and 13th Streets intersection, which is the Ashland Bridge in Cold Grove. The feasibility study included crash analysis, traffic analysis, and the development and comparison of alternatives. To date, we have completed traffic counts, the crash analysis, the traffic analysis, and identified possible improvements. A stakeholder meeting was held February 18th with representatives of the Ironton-Lawrence County Community Action Organization, Kiowa, and Ohio Department of Transportation District 9. I will briefly highlight the crashes, traffic, and improvement development that we have completed to date. Our crash analysis pulled crash data from January 2022 through December 2024 on US 52 and on the bridges. The locations of the crashes are shown on the map with dots for the logged locations. There has been little change from year to year and with a slight decrease in the injury crashes per year. The crashes vary with seasonal traffic change, such as summer and holiday travel, but there was an unusual spike in September. The amount of crashes spiked during the afternoon rush, the PM peak hour. As shown by the bar chart on the presentation, the vast majority of the crashes are rear-end crashes, then followed by sideswipe and fixed objects. The majority of the rear-end crashes were located on the US 52 ramps to the intersection. They were traveling straight ahead and was slowing or stopped in traffic. The potential causes for the high number of rear-end crashes was traffic backed up in the approach to the traffic signal in both the east and the westbound directions. There were short acceleration and deceleration lanes, and there are short merge lengths. We conducted traffic counts in February 2024 and developed a traffic simulation analysis. The intersection is near capacity. Overall, the intersection operates at a level service D in both AM and PM peaks, and several movements operate at a level service E. Level service D is acceptable, but E is not. There are several factors affecting the capacity of the intersection and the ramps. Some of the heavy movements, left turns to the bridges from US 52 and left turns from the bridge to US 52 westbound are heavy movements, and there is also a single turn lane. Also, traffic volumes are near capacity for single lanes. The geometry of the turns results in slow turning speeds. The backups in the peak PM period can be long. As a result of the above average crashes and traffic delays, our team began to look at some possibilities for improvements. Most of the improvements that have been examined so far are lower cost improvements that can be implemented sooner. Some of that we discussed with the stakeholders were providing additional signage and a queue warning system and optimization of the traffic signal with different phases. Cycle length affects the backup length. Shorter cycles can reduce the maximum backup lengths, and we can overlap some of the eastbound left and southbound right movements. Other improvements would increase the capacity to move traffic more efficiently. These include the possibility of two turning lanes, improving the turning radii, lengthening the westbound turn lanes for greater separation between the westbound through and the turn lanes by using retaining walls on the south side of the approach. We can also improve the westbound lane drop from the left turn from the bridge. And we've also begun to examine improving acceleration and deceleration lanes on the US 52 approaches. Our next steps are to continue the evaluation of the improvements. We will meet with additional stakeholders, such as the Village of Cold Grove. We'll refine the alternatives, develop cost estimates for the proposed improvements, and develop an action plan for implementation. Draft recommendations will be completed within the next 2 months and will be reviewed by stakeholders. The goal is to have a list of improvements that Kiowa, the village, and the county can work with ODOT to pursue safety funds.